Hello, Emily. Emily, how you doing?
Good, how
Good.
are you?
How was your day today?
It was good.
You didn't work today.
I didn't. I had a pretty bad back spasm yesterday from wearing heels at work every day.
What do you do for work?
I work in fine jewelry sales.
So, like, do junkies go in there to see if, like, gold or is yours, like, a high-class place?
It's pretty high class. Junkies do come in to
Oh,
sell their gold.
Oh, to
Yeah.
sell it. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess so. Did, like, the serial number ever scratched off it?
No, but I will say, and this always throws people off, we do have to fill out a police report every time someone
Every time,
sells
right?
gold.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Anne
yeah.
Arundel County is like super strict about it. I
Yeah.
work in Annapolis, so that makes some people a little nervous, especially people who stole it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't like that when I was, well, I did get like that towards the end
Mm-hmm.
when I was getting high, but I remember one time I went in there because I was trying to sell a piece of silver from somebody that I stole from, who stole from somebody else who scratched the serial number off, and I brought it in there because it was a bar.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a ring. Is yours just rings, or could somebody go in there with a silver?
Big
They
people
could?
come in with coins,
Oh,
with gold
so it's
bars,
everything.
silver bars. As long as it's a precious metal, we
You're
buy it.
definitely getting junkies there.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. But anyway, I would go in there and they'd be like, dude, why are you even trying this? The serial
Yeah.
number scratch. Like, that's
Yeah.
sketchy. I can't do that. He's like, he got mad at me. Like, I wasted his time. I was like, bro, I'm just trying to get my fix, man.
Yeah. It's weird being on the other side of it.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, I only got to know you, what, in the past year? It's funny thing is, you were at our wedding,
I was.
but you were at our wedding as a plus one.
As a plus one, basically, yeah, because I wasn't close with Brittany at the time. I didn't really know anyone there besides the guy I came with.
Yeah, which is kind of a cool story. Now you're here a couple times a week,
Yeah.
watching my kids grow.
Yes.
You witnessed Iris start walking before I did.
I did.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
cool, you know.
Yeah.
And but with now, if you didn't like, I felt like you were sentimental about it. I probably would have been like, that bitch. But Brittany told me you kind of like choked up and shit, and I was like, oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
I did cry a little. It was just Iris is the first baby I can think of where
Yeah.
it's like I've known her since. I mean, Brittany and I were friends around this time last year. That's when we started getting close. So she was maybe like 3-4 months old. So it's like, you know, she was bald and kind of
And
funny
that's
looking.
how it was with Lennon. Like, Lennon was like the first one around like, oh my god, and especially since we all started getting clean together from the very beginning. So
Yeah.
like they were seeing Lennon grow, you know, and all that. But now, you know, we all hardly see each other these days.
Yeah.
But they all kept saying that, like, Lennon's the first one I've seen grow from the beginning, and I'm like, yeah, me too, bro.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, Brittany was like, apparently I one time said I've seen Iris grow start to finish. She was like, she's not dead. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I mean it that way.
Yeah, she's not a baby no more, not an infant, start to finish.
She's an adult.
But you, how old are you again?
I'm 23.
23. I'm 12 years older than you.
Yep,
And you graduated in 2020.
I did.
So, of course, I want to ask about that.
Yeah.
You didn't have a graduation.
I did not.
No prom at all? Obviously
Not- I
not,
mean,
because
I think
prom's
I'd-
usually like April, I guess. So that's
Yeah,
after.
I'd gone to someone else's prom
That
my
year?
junior year.
Okay. Well, the
But
only
no, we
time I
didn't
went to
have our
prom
prom.
was my senior year. I waited till my senior year to do it
Yeah.
for some reason. I guess because I just wanted to party.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't imagine if, like, the one year I wanted to go to prom and there was a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic,
Yeah.
you know? Oh, yeah, speaking of that, today is 6 years.
I
And I told
know. Mm-hmm.
you earlier, 6 years on the dot that Trump got on TV and said America's under lockdown.
Yeah, it's
That's-
crazy.
And at the time, everybody was running around like crazy. They were scared. And I don't want to get into it and shit, but it was created in a lab. We all know that now, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if you saw it, but my Facebook post today, did you see me?
I saw you
About the COVID
say,
thing?
like, some of your memories were
Well,
deleted.
Yes, so this is what it is. So you know me now. You got to know me in the past year. Been friends with me on Facebook. I do regularly get on political rants, right? I'm better than I used to be. So imagine how I was in
I know the new
2020.
and improved Michael.
Yeah. And I'm still crazy.
Yeah.
But in 2020, of course, that was like nobody was working, so everybody was involved with politics. So like that was the year of politics.
Yeah.
but like, and I noticed it a couple years ago because I used to get excited like for history anniversaries, like like December 7th, 1941. What I will do on that day, on December 7th every year, I go watch Pearl Harbor videos. Like I just get excited for history. I'm a little nerd. So so I knew COVID would be a big one, and like I noticed it like after a year, it was still on there like 2, but it's been 3 years now. Anything that had, I guess, I had 2020 memories, like if I had a picture of a dog, but anything that dealt with COVID, news articles, videos, or whatever, gone. It says not available. This year, it actually doesn't say not available at all. It just straight up goes from 2019, and it won't show me another post until 2023.
Yeah, I wonder, because I did, and I meant to ask you, do you think it's because I know Facebook can get strict, maybe like a little censoring wise when it comes to
I've been asking people
news.
for 3 years now.
Yeah.
And I remember vividly, like that was the year of politics.
Yeah. It was
Everybody. And like I go out there, I don't even see memes. I don't see, flashback, the 6 years ago today, the freaking professional baseball leagues, football, hockey, well, football wasn't on yet, but hockey, baseball, all got suspended for the whole year. That's big news. You don't see that pop up, like, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or like when the vaccines or when it was first like discovered, the COVID, like you don't see any of that.
Yeah.
Because they want you to forget. You got to think about how crazy it was then. The whole world was locked down.
Yeah.
Nobody could question if it came from a lab or if it was natural. The unemployment people were getting, I was getting almost $1,000 a week not working.
Yeah.
Stimulus checks.
It's an added strain.
Yeah, dude. And they couldn't kick me out in a recovery house then. There was a law.
I didn't even think of what it was like to be in a recovery house.
It was a party zone.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody had to pay rent because they couldn't by law kick you out. I'll get unemployment. This was the first year I got food stamps. I didn't even know I had food stamps. I got something in the mail saying with the pandemic, you're getting max load. So, I had food stamps. And then like, I lived an hour away from the city. There was no traffic. It was a drug addict street. A lot of people did die though.
Yeah.
A lot of people did die. And, cause there were no meetings. There was no church, but it was a crazy time. They were trying to push a vaccine on you. And what I mean by pushing it, like, I was using drugs then, so I was in the city. I watched them grab people off the street saying, if you go to that CVS right now, we'll give you $50 if you get one of these vaccines. Like they were just straight paying people, and then they'll come back for their second round because it was a 2-shot thing. Yeah. Most of them were. And they're getting another $50. And that's a drug addict's dream just to say,
for sure.
I'll put anything in my body for
I
money.
care.
You know what I mean? I never sucked anything from, I never did. Promise. But I do have a funny story though.
Yeah.
So and Brittany gets on me about it. This was back in like 2017. I was homeless. It was the day before payday and I was sleeping in my car. This is a crazy story actually, because I already know so many people are gonna be like, they're gonna try to say it was the opposite. But anyway, I'm just dying for a cigarette. It's like 8 o'clock at night. I get paid at midnight, and I'm at this like truck stop, and I go to this guy, and I'm like, "Hey man, do you have a cigarette?" And he goes, "It was like it was planned." He goes, "I have an empty pack. This is my last one. You can meet me at my truck and get one for me." I was like, "No, they were like blue Pall Malls. Like they weren't even worth it." And I was like, "Nah, dude, it's good." And he's like, "No, let me help you out, man." So I go over there like a fucking idiot, and I go there, and the guy's like, check out my truck. I've never been in a tractor trailer that like spends their life on the road. It's like a little house.
Yeah.
They got their own little bedroom.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be.
Yeah, I guess so. Had their own little bedroom, microwave, kitchen, and he had a dog in there. And I'm like, "Oh wow, you got a dog?" He's like, "Hey, my dog, that's my co-pilot. He's all jacked up. I think he's been drinking and stuff." And like I'm like waiting for my drug, so I'm like not feeling good. And he had like 99 bananas there, like them little like fists, or I don't know what they're called, and or small pints, I guess. That made me sick just thinking about it. But anyway, tells me to get in the truck. I'm feeling uncomfortable. You know what I do? I get in the truck.
Sure.
I get in the truck. And the guy's like, I was like, "All right, well, I'm gonna get going." He's like, "Let me suck it." She was straight blunt with it. And I said, "No, I am not that way."
Yeah.
And he goes, I will give you $100 if you let me suck it. And I said, No, didn't even hesitate. Still did not want to. Now, if this was like a Tuesday and I had no money, I don't know. But I had
Things were like a little bit worse.
I had 4 hours until I was getting
Yeah.
paid, and I said no. Then it got to the point he goes, "Here, why don't you drink this?" And I said, "Absolutely not. That's disgusting. I don't
Yeah.
want that." It was 99 bananas too, of all flavors.
Yeah,
I'll never forget it. So I kept saying, "I was like, get me out of here." And then I started getting defensive, like, "Yo, I'm about to start. I'm gonna start swinging if you don't let me out of
Yeah.
here." Then he goes, "All right, I'll let you go." He goes, "Can you just show it to me for $20?" Still didn't show it to him.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's
a man
where
of morals.
yeah, and that's where everybody goes, "Yeah, dude, you
You're
told me
lying."
you lying." And I always tell them like it was 4 hours before I got paid.
Yeah.
Now, if this was like on a Tuesday, I don't
Different,
know,
maybe
but
a
I
different
still
story.
haven't even shown a guy my wiener for money.
Wow. What about a woman?
Well, I don't know if it was for money, but I dated a drug dealer.
Okay.
And like she always wanted sex.
Yeah.
And like Brittany knows the story. And it was like the one time in my life I actually felt the glory that most women get. They get with a drug dealer.
Oh,
and
you've
they
got it made.
I mean, like I'd be like wasn't living on my own at the time. I'd be going to my parents' house, and she would even like. It got to the point where like I would just go to her mailbox at 4 a.m. before work, and she already had my stuff for me.
Yeah.
But that's when I knew she was kind of getting tired of me because it used to be like I had to chill with her for an hour before work, which was cool. Then it got to like, let me just put it in the mailbox and
Yeah,
like,
just pick it
and
up
do
on
not
that.
answering their phone call when I get off work.
so
You know what I mean? Because I
funny.
was just so used to free drugs
Yeah.
and stuff. And the next thing you know, she's talking to another guy. And I was like, okay, gotta start making money again.
Time to go back to work.
Like I quit my job and everything.
Oh, wow. You were comfortable.
I mean, yeah,
you
it
were
was
like
only-
a trophy husband.
Yeah, it was like the greatest 7 days. That's all it was.
7
And maybe it was
days.
2 weeks, maybe, but it wasn't long.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so I actually could say I was getting free drugs from my drug dealer.
Nice.
Yeah. And she was a successful drug dealer, so like she always had it, dude.
Yeah.
And I was always the ride. And then when she stopped talking, I saw her, there was a newspaper article about her like the next night, and she got pulled, like they were watching her, and that was like two days when we stopped. That could have been me. Like I could have been pulled, and she got caught with a lot, and that driver got caught with a lot too.
Yeah.
And but anyway, things happen for a reason. I still end up going to jail.
Yeah.
You see my mugshot?
I have.
Yeah.
I have. Brittany made sure to show it to me when we first became friends and was like,
her
doesn't he
favorite
look
thing.
like Charles Manson?
Manson.
I was like, yeah, I mean, he does. It's kind of a crazy thing to show someone you just became friends
And I
with.
remember getting out of jail, homeless for a little bit while, and then
Yeah.
like court called up to me and they sent me to rehab,
Yeah.
and like they weighed me, and I remember the scale saying like 117, and I
my
was
God.
in such denial. I kept telling them that scale has to be broken.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling, like I was dead serious. Like that scale has to be broken. And I was in such big denial. 117 pounds.
Yeah,
I'm only
that's-
150 right now, so and I'm a
Yeah.
skinny guy. Imagine how small I look then.
Dude, you had to have been skin and bones.
Speaking of denial, right? So I my whole life, I got my eyes checked when I was like 2 years old. And you know, you're 2 years old. They're like, oh, you got 20/20 vision, blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah.
sure.
I just found out the other day 20/20 vision is not even the best one.
It's not, isn't that
And
weird?
It's like 420 or
Yeah.
something. I don't know if it's 420.
420. You just picked your favorite one.
Yeah, my favorite
yeah.
number, right? but like I held that to, so like when Brittany and I got the place before here, we got that 65-inch flat screen TV, and I made sure I got one that was like HD, 4K, smart TV, and I was also shopping around, but and like I'm like asking people like smart TV, and they're like, bro, that's all there is these days. I'm like, oh, I haven't bought a TV. If I buy a TV, I usually pawn it. You know what I mean? So anyway, we get this TV brand new, and I'm like going through the settings. I'm telling Brittany, the picture is not right. This TV's not right. And she goes, Michael, this is the clearest TV I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I have people come over, and I'm like, right, don't you feel like I should be able to see the freckles and the pimples on these guys? And they're like, I see all that. I could
Yeah.
see the saliva in their mouth. And I'm like, I'm still in denial.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. So anyway, when I keep getting the question like, dude, are your eyes bad? After like 20 times somebody asked me that, I was like, okay, maybe it's real noticeable that I'm squinting. I go get my eyes checked, and they're like, bro, like you are this close to not being like by law, you're still good by law. But they told me like, you're this close to where you have to have a pair of glasses on when you're
Wow.
driving. And this
Yeah.
whole time I'm in denial. I was like, yeah,
You
dude.
must have been having like terrible headaches.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and like I notice it now. Like I obviously notice it now, but sometimes I won't put my glasses on, and I'll be watching TV